Dr. Oz takes on the health stories you're talking about, tweeting about, and liking. Today on Oz, is binge watching your favorite shows actually bad for you?
You want to take time to de-stress and relax.
You weren't expecting this. Plus, Real Oz viewers reveal new uses for everyday things. Wait till you see what soda, yes, soda, can do for your hair.
Doesn't she look great?
Coming up next on Dr. Oz.
Everybody, get comfortable. Big show today from Kelly Clarkson being fat shamed for her baby weight to Ashton Kutcher's fight for changing tables in men's restrooms. Today we're going to break it all down, the hottest celebrity health headlines with a panel of experts to weigh in. And they are superb. Simone Boyce is here. She's the entertainment reporter at Fox 5 in New York City. Caitlin Becker is the host of HuffPost Live. Tia Brown is joining us. She's a senior entertainment editor at Ebony Magazine and a licensed therapist to boot. And Michael Yoo, of course, is the co-host for The Insider on CBS. All right, we'll get to it. You guys all ready? Excited? They're all bringing different aspects of the conversation. Singer Kelly Clarkson, we'll start with her story. She's been attacked on Twitter for her post-pregnancy weight. Pretty harsh comments, and she's now fighting back. Simone, what is it that made her an online target?
So Kelly Clarkson just had a baby less than a year ago, and she also just released a new album, so she's been doing all the press rounds, going on the talk shows, and a British journalist by the name of Katie Hopkins took the opportunity to attack Kelly's weight online. She made these really, really cruel comments, and she just took it way too far. These are totally uncalled for. I don't think that you should be shaming another human being like this, period.
Yeah, but we do reward those reporters sometimes because they come out of the woodwork. You never would have heard her name except you just said it right now. I'm not going to say it again. And she makes, harsh comments. Some people, sort of chortle, almost embarrassingly. Caitlin, when you read those things, if you're in the news and you're a celebrity, what's it like to be criticized for your weight?
It's the worst. I've been fat shamed on Twitter. I've been body shamed. I've been hair shamed. I've been clothing shamed.
You have.
If you put yourself out there, we invite a level of criticism or opinion. I mean, that's it. You can't ask the public to love you for what you do and not expect some negative comments. But when it happens, it hurts. Sometimes I ignore it. Sometimes I retweet it. And it's amazing to see what people on social media will do when they sort of see it. They'll really back you up. I mean, for every bad comment, there's 10 great comments. So it really does come down to the fat shamer who really gets the short end of the stick, and they kind of deserve it at that point.
Yeah. Well, Kelly's fought back, sort of the way you did. She retweeted some of these things. And she also said that I'm awesome. It doesn't bother me, which I hope she does believe. I know that's a brave statement to make. Tia, what is it that people get out of fat shaming other people?
I think people feel powerful when on social media, you can say things and there's not direct accountability, right? You have a voice and audience that you normally wouldn't have. But the great thing is that when people pay attention, you do get held accountable. And this is great that Kelly stood up for herself and said that, you know what, my size is beautiful, many people look like me, and it's okay. And now this reporter will pay the price for her off-the-cuff remarks. It's not acceptable, it's not okay. It's not okay to say that women have to look a certain way to be beautiful.
Hallelujah.
But it's
Absolutely.
not just women.
Yeah, not just women at all.
It's not just women, and it's not just famous people. I mean, I'm sure you're all really aware of the story that went viral recently about the dancing man.
Oh, I love his story.
And he was, you can see the photo right there. He's dancing, and when he noticed that people were laughing at him, look at that reaction. It breaks your heart. But all of the internet around the world, celebrities got together, found this man, and have created charities. There's events. You rally behind people because I think the conversation is finally changing. Any size you are, if you're healthy and you're happy, who cares? Just be you.
Yeah, he's got an open invitation to come on the show anytime he wants. Mike, let me ask you about a question. This is a big one that's come up a lot. The question is, how long should it take for a new mom to lose her baby weight? So gynecologist Dr. Tara Ullman is joining us in the audience with an answer. And I'll come back to Mike wants a male response. Yeah. So, Kelly Clarkson, she's being criticized for this extra weight that she has not lost yet. In fact, some of the harsh criticisms commented about that very specifically. What is the normal answer?
Well, my son is 8 years old, and I'm still trying to lose my baby weight. But really, a normal would be for most women, make a year a guideline to sort of aim for your goal. You may not lose all your weight in a year, but you should begin to get there a little more closely after a year's time. That's a good guideline.
So let me push you a little bit here. This is an image, it's an Instagram picture, speaking of baby weight, of model Sarah Stage. Now, these posts have almost 500,000 comments and likes. She's pregnant, folks. You look carefully. She's got a six-pack, but she's pregnant. They become the subject of online scrutiny. So, Michael, why do you think these pictures are catching our attention?
Okay, this is what I don't understand. Like you said, she's pregnant, so you fat shame people. Like, people fat shame people. Then when a lady's in good health and she's only gained 20 pounds and the baby is healthy, baby is healthy, she's like pregnancy shamed. You know, so I think this comes to a point where, you know, we need to stop criticizing people, stop being so critical of people, and just let them live their lives and be happy. Yes, she put herself out, but everything is fine with the baby, and that's what matters at the end. It doesn't matter that she still looks good. A lot of women look up to it, but a lot of people are bashing her, which I don't understand.
It does sort of bait people. You know, we love on social media when we have things we can watch and have an opinion on, right? So it's immediately a subjective response. It gives us a little bit of power, like we were in grade school, that we can actually have some knowledge on something. But Dr. Dahlman, let's go back to your comments, if you don't mind, on this, and your advice. Is it possible to be this slim and really be healthy? Michael says he's okay with it because she's healthy. What's a healthy baby weight?
Yeah, Michael's correct, Dr. Michael.
Dr. Michael.
As it turns out, there's a range of weight, anywhere between 15 and 40 pounds that you can gain. And I like women to sort of try to stick to anywhere between that 20 and 30 pound range. And I'm sure that this beautiful woman's obstetrician is keeping an eye on her baby's growth, which is the most important thing. She started out genetically gifted, and she's maintaining her fitness and her nutrition in pregnancy. And God bless her, and most women in America, we shouldn't aspire to that, and we won't ever achieve that goal. We just want to achieve a healthy weight. Anywhere between 20 and 30 pounds is a good goal for us.
She's going to get the last laugh because she's going to push that baby out in 5 minutes with those pelvic muscles. It's going to be the fastest labor ever.
And
Go ahead.
no, shouldn't we want, I've never been pregnant, but I hope when I am pregnant, I feel the way she looks like she feels in these Instagrams. She's sexy. Pregnant women are sexy. She's going to be a mom. She's cooking a human. More power to her for putting on her hanky-pankies and taking a photo.
Well, the thing is, she's obviously posting these pictures because she wants to be a role model. She wants to be famous. So my question is, what is she modeling overall? We hope that she's healthy, and we hope that she's showing an overall healthy lifestyle, so that you're eating great meals, that you're exercising in moderation, and that you're putting the child first. But it's okay to be a sexy mom at any size, whether it's a size 2 or 12.
But why does she
Well, she's a model.
But that doesn't mean she's a model. She's doing what models do. They post things.
Absolutely.
Just because she puts a picture up there of her pregnant and looking great doesn't mean she wants to be famous.
She wants
She's just
to be
doing
famous.
her job.
Right.
Well,
and
she
part of her
also
job
knew that
is
these
to
photos
be
would get a
right. Is to
reaction.
get a reaction and to get people to say, I want to be like me. Because that's what a model does. You're modeling behavior, literally, that people aspire to be like. So my thing is just model it across the board.
So let me advance the conversation, because in a few months she's going to be a parent. Let's speak about some parenting issues that have come up. This is an important one. It's this post actually from Ashton Kutcher. He is petitioning Facebook to get changing tables in men's public bathrooms. So, Michael, is this a giant leap for mankind to be able to
This
change
is
diapers?
the best leap for mankind. Like you say, ladies, you give birth to a human being. We can change some diapers. That's all I gotta say. You know, we should be able to change some diapers.
I want honest answer. Have you ever changed a baby's diaper in a men's bathroom?
I have never changed diapers, but I've seen my guy friends try to change diapers. And if these changing things do happen in the bathrooms, I hope they come with an instruction manual, because we're clueless. We're clueless.
I'm all for active co-parenting, but there are family rooms, so I don't think that there have to be these changing tables in all men's bathrooms. And, you know, I've also smelled a few men's bathrooms passing by. I don't know if I want a baby.
But if you think about for families who are with single parents, single dads, families who are divorced and the dad has the kids, just families where you're co-parenting, or families with two dads, this is a great thing. Make it easier for parents to be able to change their kids, have an easier day, go out to dinner, and not have to worry about where am I going to change my baby because there isn't a changing room in the men's bathroom. I didn't even know there weren't changing rooms in the men's bathroom.
Yeah, I thought it was a thing by now. And I think this is a great way to encourage sharing the parenting duties at home. And this is a great example of a celebrity using his voice and using his platform for a good cause. And I think he's very smart here, because he's offering businesses a social media shout out, which is what businesses want. So I think this is going to be effective.
Yeah, he's saying if you do it, I'll post post it.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I live in Los Angeles, and every place has a changing room in the men's bathroom, but we know Hollywood isn't real, so there you go.
All right, audience, let me ask you all a question, bring you into this. How many of you have binged watched a show on television? Now that you can store them up. Yeah, all the panelists and almost everyone in the audience, right? There's a new stage came out, may scare you a little bit. It says binge watching TV is linked to feelings of loneliness and depression. So let me ask you guys.
Oh, no.
About your personal experience binging on shows and if it's influenced you in that way. Michael?
It makes me very happy to binge. It doesn't make me depressed at all. House of Cards, when it first came out, I binge watched the first. Yes! House of Cards, Kevin Spacey, Robin Wright, yes! I watched the first 8 episodes. I couldn't stop. I mean, I had to go to bed. Finally, it was just, I can't take it anymore.
If this is bad for my health, I've got to find a new social activity because I love it. And I think it causes us to want more instant gratification, which is something that we're seeing a lot in today's society. You have the whole season available. And sometimes when I do blow through the whole season, I am feeling a little depressed or dissatisfied after, but only because I have to wait another year to get new episodes, to get my fix.
It's all about balance, right? So if you're watching because, you want a chill day or it's a snow day, we've had terrible weather in New York, that's fine. But when it's impeding you from normal social activity, it's time to get up.
Define normal.
No. Get out the house.
Admit that the moment the Netflix, which if you've all binge watched, you've all been there, the moment the Netflix asks you if you're still watching, you're like, yeah, Netflix, I am still watching. Is that okay? And then you click yes, because it does it after a couple of hours.
Binge shaming.
Binge shaming is what it is. Listen, I guess I've been watched. I think we all have obviously evidenced by this discussion. The big question, of course, is are you still doing it? I personally have slowed down. I think it actually hurts the experience to binge watch. It seems almost like it loses the creativity.
No.
Yes.
It makes it amazing. I want to see 20 episodes of Empire back to back to back to back. So I'm saying, bring it on.
One last topic. Let me talk about parenting for one more second because this thought came to my mind. There's a new article that just came out on narcissism. And it argues that too much praise for your kids can turn them into narcissistic jerks. I'm quoting that. That's what the article said. So I put up a poll on DrOz.com to see what you all thought. 71% of you said yes, you agreed that actually can happen. Praising too much can hurt the kids. Only 29% of you said no. Tia, is it possible that we could actually have a problem? Is it possible, Tia, that we can make kids narcissists?
Absolutely. I think that a parent's number one goal is to give kids life skills that they can take with them. One of the biggest life skills is resilience. So when you praise kids for things that aren't worthy of praise, blowing your nose, writing an A when you're, already 6 years old, it doesn't help them. It doesn't help set a standard and realistic expectations. Should you be encouraging? Absolutely. Should you be supportive? But give praise where it's due so they can strive for more.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go off you. My thing is, it's okay to compliment your kids, but don't lie to your kids.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that's why on American Idol, you have all these kids that think they can sing in the audition ground. They can't sing.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, if their parents would have been like, you cannot sing, they wouldn't have been there. You know what I mean?
That's not your gift.
I know. Don't lie to your kids. That's what I'm saying.
There's a difference between negative reinforcement, positive reinforcement, and just lying to your children. I don't think you get anywhere with negative reinforcement. I think that if your child brings home a C or a D on a math test and that is the hardest that they tried, then that deserves a praise for the effort. Trying hard is something that I think we don't always do. Giving 100% or 150%, regardless of the result, is worthy of praise.
Now, let me give you that if I can. Just to close this out, I think the message to everybody is you ought to praise the efforts of the person. Don't praise the person themselves because you can't change who you are. You can't change how hard you work. I love having you guys here. Thank you very much. We'll be right back.
Next, do you want to live healthier but find it hard to make changes? You've tried eating better and exercising more, but failed to stay motivated. Make your healthy routine stick. The quickest way to change bad habits and master healthy ones. Coming up next. All new Oz. You gave up carbs, but you're still bloated.
If you feel like you can't zip up your jeans, you're not alone.
Dr. Oz breaks down the good-for-you foods that may be to blame. Plus, you know him as the macho dad from Who's the Boss.
You actually had a catastrophic injury. I better be careful here.
The pivotal moment that changed Tony Danza's life.
Can I get some tissue?
All new Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
You're trying to eat healthy. You know you should do more exercise. And you want to take time to de-stress and relax. But in spite of your best intentions, you fail to stay motivated. Guess what? You are not alone. So today, Gretchen Rubin, author of Better Than Before, is here to help make your healthy habits more sticky. Welcome to the show, Gretchen. If you can, I would love your perspective on why motivation is such an insurmountable obstacle for so many of our audience.
Well, I think what happens is that we get caught up in trying to make decisions, deciding to do the right thing. And decision making is difficult and it's draining. And that's where habits can come into play, because we put it into a habit, it just happens on automatic, and so these behaviors just follow on each other. And this is important because research suggests that about 40% of what we do every day is a habit. So they really shape our experience and our future. If we can change our habits, we can change our lives.
It makes it easier to do the right thing.
Absolutely, because it just happens on automatic.
So Gretchen has a plan to help you make your goals into healthy habits. The first tip is to pair healthy habits with guilty pleasures.
Yes,
What kinds of guilty pleasures?
This
Like
is
that
really
part.
fun. So what you do is you take something that you are enthusiastic about and maybe something you're a little less enthusiastic about, and you pair them together. They always happen together. So let's say your guilty pleasure is watching reality TV. You love to binge watch reality TV. So you do that on the treadmill. If you're watching reality TV, you're on the treadmill. If you're on the treadmill, you can watch. Now you're sick in bed and you're too sick to exercise. Does that mean you get to watch reality TV? No, because it only happens on the treadmill. So then those two things lock in. And you can do it with anything. When I was in college, I paired taking a shower with going to the gym. And so, I could go a day, I could go 2 days, but I was in college, I was going out with my friends. Pretty soon I really wanted that shower. So I had to exercise.
I like that shower idea.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Showering?
But only if you exercise.
I know.
You can only do it after.
Get a little nervous, Gretchen.
Yeah.
All right. The next tip is to schedule your healthy habits to make them part of your routine. Why are scheduling of habits such an important part of your plan?
Yeah, this is really helpful. Habits form best and strongest when they unfold in predictable ways, when we repeat them in a predictable way. And scheduling is a great way to lock that in, because then it gets us out of that decision making. We're not deciding when we're going to do something. We just have it on the schedule and we stick to it.
So I've got a challenge for you. Susanna sent us a home video. She's asking for Gretchen's advice because she doesn't feel like she has the time for a habit she'd like to adopt. So she wants to do what you want to recommend, but she can't make time for it.
Every Sunday, I try to have all the healthy food I need in order to pack my kids healthy lunches. But by the middle of the week, I find that I get so busy that I don't have time to pack them, and I end up sending them to school with money to buy lunch instead. I want to start packing my kids healthy lunches and make it a habit, but I don't always have the time.
Mommy, the bus is here.
What should I do?
I love that. Mommy! Mom! So what can she do?
Scheduling is really a great answer here, because as we all know, something that can happen at any time often happens at no time. And so there's sort of there's nothing to prompt her to do what she wants to do, even though she's ready to do it. So go ahead, decide whatever it is, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to put that onto my calendar and at a specific time. So maybe it's after breakfast, after that second cup of coffee. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've had my breakfast. What do I do now? It's on the calendar. I'm going to make those lunches. I'm going to pack them up. And then there's no decision making. It's already decided. The habit can unfold.
What's the phrase again? Something that can happen at any time happens at no time?
Yes. Don't you find?
I like that.
Yeah.
That's why we schedule surgery.
That's right. Yeah, right. Don't wait till you feel like doing that heart surgery.
The final tip is to be accountable for your new healthy habit. We have two ladies in the audience, so go join them. And they're going to start a healthy habit. I am told, I have no proof of this yet. Where's Maria and Beth? Maria, how are you? Who's here? Beth. All right, let me start with you, Beth. What's the healthy habit you guys want to get into?
We're going to work out together so we can try new classes and support each other.
And Beth and I want to help encourage each other to stay on a regular workout routine, but sometimes it's really hard because if one of us doesn't go, invariably neither of us end up going.
Take it away, Gretchen.
Now, this is a great plan because accountability is so powerful. And for most of us, knowing that someone's looking over our shoulder, that someone's checking up on us really makes us much more likely to follow through. But so here's something to increase your accountability. I hear that you have your gym bags with you.
Yes.
Get your gym bags out and get out your sneakers. So this is going to make you more accountable to each other. Each one of you hand the other a sneaker.
Just one?
Just one. That's the thing.
You can't even wear each other's
now
sneakers.
You have to go. Because if you don't go, she can't work out. And if you don't show up, she's there hopping on one foot.
Right.
Okay.
Right? And so every time after you work out, do that again. And then when you're thinking about whether or not you're going to show up at the gym the next time, you're going to do it for your friend. Because you know that you don't want her to show up at the gym and to be left,
You should marry this to the showering tip.
Yeah.
Do them both together. You'll appreciate each other's bags. That's it. This is something everyone can do right now. I want to do it really formally right now. Take out your cell phones. I don't want you to tweet, post on Facebook, text someone the new habit you want to master, and then start holding yourself accountable today with them. We'll be right back.
Tell us, what bad habit do you want to break in 2015?
I absolutely need to stop biting my nails. I've been doing it for years and I always end up messing up my manicures. This is the year I quit.
Share your story on Facebook.com/Dr. Oz. Coming up, a powerful spice that has incredible healing powers, helps ease pain, fights infection, and promotes heart health. A unique and potent flavor so many people overlook. The healthy ingredient you should be cooking with more often. Coming up next.
All new Oz. You gave up carbs, but you're still bloated.
If you feel like you can't zip up your jeans, you're not alone.
Dr. Oz breaks down the good-for-you foods that may be to blame. Plus, the pivotal moment that changed Tony Danza's life. All new Oz.
That's coming up tomorrow.
Today we're revealing a spice that has potent healing powers and packs a flavor punch, but for some reason, most of you have been ignoring it. I'm talking about curry.
With origins in ancient India, people have been eating and enjoying curry for over 4,000 years. The heart and soul of Indian and Thai food, the word curry actually means gravy. Distinctively golden in color, curry is sold as a spice and comes in many forms. Pungent in taste and rich in health benefits, research now links curry with the low rates of Alzheimer's disease in India. Now considered a staple in English cuisine, curry is still a culinary stepchild here in the States. But that's about to change. Today, we reveal the hidden health secrets of one of the world's most popular spices.
Many of you are sworn curry haters, but today I just may change your mind. And the host of Artie Party on the Food Network, Artie Sequeira, is just the person to help me do it. Why do you think, although it's so popular in so many countries, we just haven't gotten curry into our cuisine here?
No, I think it's just that we're not used to it. You know, like in a lot of cultures around the world, they cook with spices on an everyday basis. If you said to my mom, don't cook with spices, she'd be like, you want me not to breathe? You know what I mean? It would be such a big deal for her. I also think that in cultures around the world, we're used to living in big families. So when it comes to dinner, your mum, your aunties, your grandmother, all hands are on deck and dinner's on the table. And it's also not uncommon for some families to hire cooks, which is so lovely.
I wish you could do that.
Yeah,
That would be great.
I know. Well, I'm available for you. So, you know, but for us, we're just trying to get dinner on the table, and experimenting with spices is just not realistic on a weeknight.
You mentioned your mom. Here's a picture of you with your mom.
Yes.
As a young age. When did you start cooking? How cute you are. Look at that.
Thank you. So I'm the chubby one in the pink. And so because I was chubby, I didn't have cookies and stuff around the house. So I learned to bake because one way or another, I was having my cookies.
All right. So teach us about curry. Why is it less intimidating than most people think?
Well, okay. So when you order curry at a restaurant, it probably looks a little bit like this. Curry in Indian sounds like curry, and it just means gravy. So you're thinking of protein and vegetables cooked in a gravy, and it has particular spices in it. At home, if you're not into cooking with all those different spices, try a shortcut. Try curry powder, which has a whole host of healing and flavorful spices, everything from turmeric, cardamom, coriander, cumin, fennel seeds, cinnamon. They give that distinctive flavor and that, you know, that smell that can that some people don't like, but I'm telling you, it is so good for you.
Well, first of all, I like this, not only the smell and the taste, but I especially like what it does for your body. Let me show everybody what the power of curry powder is for a doctor. First of all, it helps to ease pain and inflammation. It's actually comparable to ibuprofen. It also helps lower blood sugar levels. That's pretty good for anyone who's gotten issues with diabetes or prediabetes. It promotes heart health, my specialty. And again, simple things like this make a big difference, which is why in some parts of the world they have less problems. And it also helps fight bacterial infections. Now, that stated, I get it. Some of you are very skeptical about this. So we have some skeptical ladies who are over here to my left. We're going to be taste testing the food. They have never tasted curry. They've acknowledged that, but they already don't like it. which is a very common response. I've never had it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you know that yet, but I'm not going to judge. So stay right there. Angie, Ariel, and Crystal are here. If you can, just give me a one-liner. What is it about curry that turns you off?
I just don't like curry. Spicy foods and I kind of don't get along.
Dr. Oz, I can't get past the smell. I like traditional foods. I like my hamburgers, steak, potatoes, rice. I don't like curry, but I'm willing to try, but I don't like it.
All right, so Artie has created a party for you here. She's going to give you some options, some different ways of thinking about curry.
Yes.
It might change your mind, so you
Yes.
got to stay with us. Please
Yes.
taste this as we go along. The first thing you've done is taken a classic American, an iconic American meal,
Yeah.
meatloaf.
Yes.
How does curry work into it?
So this is a turkey meatloaf made with oatmeal and zucchini to lighten it up a little bit. And then I've thrown a little bit of curry powder into the meat. And then this is just a lovely little tomato sauce with a little maple syrup in it to sweeten it up. So take a bite. Tell me what you think about that.
Please taste away. And what is this?
This is another iconic comfort food, chicken noodle soup.
It's really
And-
good.
Good, I'm so glad. I know, I thought so too.
I'm not supposed to say anything. We're judging here. The judge, I don't want to influence the judges.
I won over my husband with my cooking, so I can win you guys over. So this is chicken noodle soup, and I've used green curry paste in this with a little coconut milk to thicken it up, give it a little heat, a little eye appeal. I love that one.
You showed us all those spices on the other table,
Yeah.
but you can buy these prepackaged, obviously, to make it pretty time efficient.
Yeah, I mean, I used curry powder in this one, and this is just a jar of curry paste. It's so simple.
All right, and for those of you, and the many of you on the Total 10 Rapid Weight Loss Plan, take a little bit of this curry and just put it into your broth. That broth you've got to take all day long, which I happen to adore. The veggie broth just lightens up. It becomes a bit more exotic if you add a little curry to it. So, are we ready to check in for our tasters?
I'm ready.
Their mouths are still full, but do your best. Now that you know the health benefits, and Artie taught you a little bit about how simple it is to apply, let's go down the line. Angie?
I really like it. I was really a doubter. This is delicious, this meatloaf. I like the crunch to it.
Good. I'm so glad.
Ariel?
I'm super surprised by the meatloaf. I love it. This is still super hot, and you tried to kill me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, 1 for 2. 1 for 2.
This is great, though. Love
Crystal?
It has an acquiring taste with this. It's all right, but the soup is dynamite.
Yeah, girl.
The soup, I don't
You got
even
it. Nice job, Artie.
I don't even taste it in the soup. The soup is dynamite. I love the soup.
Oh, good.
I'm very
need to
proud
be
of you.
good.
You
I
can
am
win over
too.
viewers like this. You've got it set up.
I know. On behalf of all of India, thank you very much.
You can look for Artie's new book, Artie Party, An American Kitchen with an Indian soul. It's in stores now. You can find all the recipes at DrOz.com. I'll be right back.
Dr. Oz is bringing healthy back. Ready to whip up one of his heart-healthy recipes?
Always eat fish. It's delicious and healthy. Plus, my kids eat it, so that's a plus. But I love all your tips. We'll give these a try.
Find a simple recipe for tonight's dinner on DrOz.com. Next, Dr. Oz's personal trainer Joel Harper is here. He's got the moves to slim us down with 5 easy exercises in 5 simple minutes. And when you're done, you'll still burn calories. The only 5 moves you need to know to melt that fat. Next.
All new Oz. You gave up carbs, but you're still bloated.
If you feel like you can't zip up your jeans, you're not alone.
Dr. Oz breaks down the good-for-you foods that may be to blame. Plus, you know him as the macho dad from Who's the Boss.
You actually had a catastrophic injury. I better be careful here.
The pivotal moment that changed Tony Danza's life.
Can I get some tissue?
All new Oz.
That's coming up tomorrow.
Today, with only 5 moves, you can learn to burn fat. My good friend and my personal trainer, Joel Harper, is here with the simple exercises anyone can do. Burn fat in 5 moves. Why is that possible?
Because you can do each one in a minute, so it only takes 5 minutes, so you know what that means. Nobody has any excuse. Anybody can do it, all ages.
I hear this all the time, by the way, no excuses. All right, are you all ready to cheer us on? This is not an easy workout. All right, we've got a bunch of women to help us out, to keep us motivated through our 5 moves. Come on over, ladies. Come on and join us. I'm going to say at the outset, good luck to you all.
Yes, but it is all team effort.
Yeah,
we're all in it to win it.
Full contact. Okay, so get us started. Get 5 moves. Take it
Perfect.
away.
Here's the first one. It's called knee swivels.
Okay.
And it helps with balance. You want to bring your hands into prayer, pull your stomach in. Now lift your foot up. You want to put it on the side of your calf. There you go. Now bring that knee towards me. Now bring it back together. Now don't move your hands yet. I want you to get that position first. Sway that knee all the way in, all the way out. Now once you have that and you have your balance, I want you to move your hands as well. The opposite direction, because that throws your balance off. Now once you got that one, you want to move into knee bounces, which you want to come all the way down into all fours.
All right, think.
Like this, keep your elbows soft, your knees right underneath your hips.
These
there
in
you
the
go.
air.
Exactly, knees in the air, and you're just gonna bounce 1 inch up. Now you gotta activate your abs. You keep your elbows soft because you wanna use your muscles and not your joints. There you go. Now if you wanna make it a little harder, you can move your elbows as well, like that. There you go. Now you wanna come all the way down. This is great for your lower back. You cannot have a strong stomach without a strong lower back. Now you wanna reach your hands all the way out, lift your knees off the ground, now come all the way backwards. There you go, now activate your abs. Open your feet a foot apart from each other. There you go, now you wanna reach all the way out, all the way back in. Feel that?
Yeah, of course I feel that.
What number is it, like a 3?
No, guess
we're burning a 3. Come on, we got to get it up to a 9. A little faster. Let's go now. Pick up the pace. They're all going twice as fast as you.
They're not. Is that true?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Molly's going 3 times as fast as you. Din Din's going 5 times. There we go. Now we're talking. Now
they're all flushed. Look at them. Oh, stop that.
Now the fourth move is the flabby arm evaporator. Everybody I know wants to work on their triceps. So you bring your fingers, you bring them towards your tailbone. There you go. Now you bring your tailbone halfway between your heels and your hands. You lift your bum up in the air. There you go. Now you don't lift and lower your butt. You bend your elbows, tap your tailbone. Now you want to drive your tailbone towards your heels and pull your stomach all the way in like that. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Feel how that works? Now, every workout you want to finish with a stretch.
Look at those triceps. These are
those
gargantuan.
great.
Look at
those arms.
Look at. Oh,
exactly.
God.
There we go. No flabby arms. Now, the next one, you want to take your fingertips. You want to put them the opposite direction. Din Din, come on, let's go. Get those fingers backwards. Keep your elbows soft. Now, lift your tailbone in the air. Take your foot all the way up. Set it down and slowly drop. Now keep your elbows soft. This is called the hammock. I love this stretch. I get everybody to do it. You never want to force a stretch. You want to breathe into it and melt into it and relax.
Does it matter what order we do these 5 exercises?
Very much so. You want to start with a balance exercise. Then you want to move into endurance and get your body warmed up, which we did with the knee bounces. Then you want to strengthen your back so it supports your abs and the rest of your body, which works on stamina, which we did with the super reaches. Then we want to work into a tricep exercise to work your upper body, so we work every muscle from every angle. Then you want to finish with a stretch. Every workout, you should always feel better. You want to have more energy at the end of a workout.
I love you, man.
Energized. Thanks for having me.
Listen, you can work out with Joel every day. You can go to FitIn5 on DrOz.com. Plus, this full 5-minute workout will be there as well. You can find lots more in Joel's new book, Mind Your Body, 10 Core Concepts for an Optimally Balanced You. It's in stores right now. Just came out. Check it out. Thanks, my man. We'll be right back.
What's your favorite at-home workout?
My girlfriend introduced me to a dance workout a few months ago. At first, I was really not into it. But it turns out that it's a lot of fun. Every night after work, we do it together, and it's a total blast.
Share your story with us on Facebook. Coming up next, while drinking it may not be recommended, there are some other great uses for soda. From cleaning in the kitchen to removing stains in your laundry, it can even make your flowers pop. Learn the surprising things you can do with soda. Coming up.
All new Oz. You gave up carbs, but you're still bloated.
If you feel like you can't zip up your jeans, you're not alone.
Dr. Oz breaks down the good-for-you foods that may be to blame. Plus, you know him as the macho dad from Who's the Boss.
You actually had a catastrophic injury. I better be careful here.
The pivotal moment that changed Tony Danza's life.
Can I get some tissue?
All new Oz.
That's coming up tomorrow.
It is back, one of my favorite segments, new healthy uses for everyday things. So while it's not something that I recommend for drinking, you guys have found some fabulous other great uses for soda. You interested in soda tips? Yeah. Here goes, ways to use soda. Let's get to them. The first is soda as a stain remover remedy, and Laura's here with this tip. What kinds of stains do you remove with soda?
You wouldn't believe it, but I can actually get out mud, coffee, grease, even blood stains with soda.
Blood stains?
Blood stains.
Is this blood here? This is not.
No.
You don't know what this is?
No, I don't.
All right. So show me exactly how you do this here.
Okay, it's super easy. All you have to do is get some soda.
You don't drink the soda, right?
No.
Of course not.
No, we don't drink the soda.
Making sure.
We just clean with the soda, okay? And you pour the soda right on the stain. Preferably the sooner the better.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I like to do is I like to take a toothbrush and I like to work it into the stain. Really get it in there. And normally, you would want to let this sit for a few minutes before throwing it in the washing machine.
All right, so we have actually a video here. So narrate what happens. This is this your shirt?
This is actually my husband's shirt. He's got a little bit of a coffee drinking problem. What I do is I put the soda on, let it sit for a few minutes, throw it in the washing machine on a regular cycle along with regular detergent, and about a half hour when the washing machine is done, I just throw it right into the dryer, and it comes out stain-free.
This is the actual shirt.
Yeah.
You confirm, please. What made you think of using soda?
I have 2 children, 5 and 2.5, and I was at a play group, and I heard the moms talking about how they get stains out of their kids' clothes, and I said, this is perfect. It'll work for all my husband's shirts, because he's kind of a mess.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you very
so
much. I love the
thank
tip.
you.
All right, let's get to the next use for soda. This is what I'm going to really enjoy. It is to curl your hair. Stephanie posted this video. Listen carefully.
Hi, Dr. Oz. My name is Stephanie, and I use soda to curl my hair. The first thing you want to do is completely saturate your hair with about 2 cans worth of soda. Next, rinse your hair with water to get out all the stickiness. Finally, blow dry or towel dry your hair for natural do-it-yourself curls.
Doesn't she look great? So here's the reason why this works. There's phosphoric acid in cola. You'll see it on the ingredients. It actually contracts hair cuticles and helps bring out those wonderful curls. Okay, ready for the next one? Yeah. Soda can actually help you to clean burnt pots and pans. Nancy came up with this one from the audience.
Yes,
How are you? So how do you do this?
I actually learned this year at working at a football game in the refreshment stand. They cleaned the hot dog grills with it. They poured soda over it and it worked great. And I can tell you, I needed this for the last 22 years. I burn hot chocolate, water, and noodles like all the time.
All right.
So what you do is pour cola, any type of soda in, and just let it boil.
So it's obviously pretty hot. Be careful with this.
Yep,
right?
it's pretty hot.
And then what do you do?
Gonna pour it in here. As you can see,
It's still there.
yep. I'm gonna take the sponge.
Why don't you keep this on when you use the sponge? I don't want you to burn your hand.
True. It's really hot.
It's hot. And then what do you do? Oh, you just wipe it off.
Just wipe it.
Oh my God, show that to everybody. Can you all see that? That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That really works.
I've lost a lot of pots and pans before I discovered this.
Can you imagine what's going on inside your body if this is what it does to pots and pans and stains and everything else?
Yeah.
Wonderful tip. Thank you very much. All right. Let's get to one more icon. This one I really love. It is that soda is a way to keep your flowers fresh so they last longer. Heather's here. She says you can make fresh flowers last up to 5 days longer using soda. So what do you do?
Well, hi, Dr. Oz. First, I want to thank you because it's with your encouragement that I managed to kick my own diet soda habit.
I'm very proud of you.
So since
Very
January,
proud of you.
thank you very much. But there are some other really good uses for soda, one of which is to keep flowers fresh. So it's the holiday season. I love to have fresh flowers in the house. You have people coming over for entertainment. Super simple. You have 2 parts water. Add that right to your vase. And you can use any type of fresh cut flowers with this to 1 part soda.
So a little less soda.
A little bit less soda. Throw your flowers in the vase, just like so, of course. Let's see here.
Why does this work?
Well, the sugar in the soda, acts as a preservative to keep everything looking fresh, as well as the sweetness of the sugar allows the flowers to smell nice for a little bit longer.
Can you use it for all kinds of flowers?
Absolutely, any type of fresh flowers. And if you have a clear vase, you can also use lemon lime soda so you don't have the soda look in the vase.
I am so proud of all you guys. Thank
Well,
you very much.
thank you for having
For more everyday uses, for everyday things, go to DrOz.com. We'll be right back. Whoever said a doctor's visit isn't fun has obviously never been to the Dr. Oz show. Is that right? Make your appointment today. Go to DrOz.com/tickets and sign up for free tickets.
All new Oz. You gave up carbs, but you're still bloated.
If you feel like you can't zip up your jeans, you're not alone.
Dr. Oz breaks down the good-for-you foods that may be to blame. Plus, you know him as the macho dad from Who's the Boss.
You actually had a catastrophic injury. I better be careful here.
The pivotal moment that changed Tony Danza's life.
Can I get some tissue?
All new Oz. That's coming up tomorrow. All new Oz. You gave up carbs, but you're still bloated.
If you feel like you can't zip up your jeans, you're not alone.
Dr. Oz breaks down the good-for-you foods that may be to blame. Plus, you know him as the macho dad from Who's the Boss.
You actually had a catastrophic injury. I better be careful here.
The pivotal moment that changed Tony Danza's life.
Can I get some tissue?
All new Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. Now, to get you into the right mood, I got a joke for you. You ready? All right, hold your applause till the end, please. What do you get when you cross poison ivy with a four-leaf clover? Poison ivy with a four-leaf clover. What do you get when you mix them? A rash of good luck. Oh, come on, it's my best stuff. It's time for In Case You Missed It. The experts are weighing in on the most emailed health stories, like this trending Instagram photo that has been reposted countless times with thousands of comments. It's model Sarah Stage, and she is almost 9 months pregnant. A little bump in there. Now, she's getting slammed for looking too thin, but it turns out you cannot judge a pregnancy by its photo. She says she's actually gained 20 pounds. She and her baby are both healthy, according to her, and our experts agree with her. Next, we're revealing the healthy spice you should not ignore. It's curry. Now, you've heard about curry. It's got potent healing powers because it's actually a mix of many powerful spices. You combine cumin and cinnamon and cardamom and turmeric all in the one. Of course, it's very rich in many cultural foods. And my favorite way to use it is simply to sprinkle it into a vegetable broth. I want you to try this veggie broth detox soup. It's part of our Total 10 Rapid Weight Loss Plan. It's been very popular, and the recipe's on DrOz.com. You're going to enjoy it. Next, I love when you have new healthy uses for everyday things you got lying around the house. Today we're talking about soda. Yes, soda. And I don't want it hanging around your house, but many of you still have it there. So while it's not something I recommend for you to drink, you guys have found some other great ways to use it. This is my favorite way to use soda to clean burnt pots and pans. You see how it looks like in there? So burnt up, not so happy. So you pour about a cup of the soda into the pan, and then you heat it up. You bring it to a boil, and then you let it cool. And after it's cooled down, what you do is take a sponge, regular old sponge, you don't have to scrape it, and you just rub it. And when you rub the bottom of the pan, you're going to like this a lot. This stuff is so corrosive, especially after being heated up, that it literally washes out almost like it's paint. That's how rust can be taken care of. Finally, be careful of dubious people online that make it seem like I'm endorsing their products. I don't. To see a full list of our trusted sponsors and partners, you can go to DrOz.com, and I'll see you next time.